In solo leveling, after Jin Woo commands his summons to charge, Baru screeches as the entire Shadow Army surges forward, flooding the city like a tsunami. The army charges toward the massive giant, but as they approach, the creature gets a dangerous glint in his eye, alarming the Shadow Monarch. Suddenly, the giant vanishes, blitzing through the army and slicing their ranks in half with a single swing. Jin is taken aback by the giant's incredible power, as the strike decimates more than 100 of his soldiers. The giant is gargantuan, and the mana it's emanating is enough to make Jin want to run away as fast as he can. Jin questions how such a being could exist, especially as it manages to agitate him. He knows there are two ways to get rid of agitation. You could run from the cause and forget about it, or get rid of it entirely. As a shadow giant attempts a surprise attack, the massive creature blocks the fireball from Tusk with its hand and swiftly cuts the two summons in half with a swing of its sword. Ants swarm and gnaw at its massive foot, but the giant flings them off with a powerful kick. In this moment, Baru prepares to strike, but Jin raises his hand, telling his generals not yet. This much is within his expectations. Jin knows he has enough mana to spare, so he has to press the attack to figure out its weakness. Jin's mana depletes as his shadows are smashed. Jima and a shadow giant attack, but are also destroyed. Jin deduces that it seems to never defend because its mana is covering itself like armor. However, there was one time when an attack got through. Summoning Kaisel, Jin and his generals go on the offensive. Baru rushes the giant, but it dodges, causing Baru to bounce off its mana shield. Kaisel flies in while Igris charges his blade and slashes at the giant, creating a wave of lightning. But the monster dodges again, retaliating with a sword slash of his own, cutting down the wyvern. Running up its arm, the creature is shocked as Igris slashes his blade once more. The giant blocks with its hand, but while blinded by the brightness of the lightning, Jin swoops in and maims its right eye, proving Jin's theory correct. Now, Baru flies in, slashing across the monster's face. Simultaneously, Jin uses his ruler's authority to summon all of his daggers, engaging in a fierce battle with the giant beast. As the giant flails around, Hanakawa realizes that this is no longer a battle between a hunter and a monster, but rather a battle between two monsters. Jinho looks on proudly as Jin continues to carve up the giant's face, eventually using Mutilate to dice up the monster's eyeball. As blood spurts and the giant howls in agony, Jin calls on Baru, who then dives into the creature's eyeball, spamming Mutilate. Jin continues carving the outside as Baru claws the beast from the inside. With a scratched-up face and coughing blood, the giant's giant falls to its knees as Jin is notified that the enemy has been defeated. This shit continues.